Hey Gemini, what's up gang? Hope everybody is well. We're going to go ahead and look into what are the signs trying to tell you, okay? So if this is something that interests you, please stick around. Gemini, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box. That will have all the information that you need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you, boo. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. I'm going to pull a lot of cards. I'm wanting to pull like heavy oracle, but we'll see, okay? First of all, we have the fresh start, the clean slate, the manifestation energy. This is healing energy as well. This is also the white light of spirit coming through. So I just feel like the signs are trying to tell you that you're very guided and you're very protected and looked after right now, even if it doesn't necessarily feel that way. Cardinals could be very significant because I just saw one outside my window. You could be getting a lot of messages through birds or songs or sounds or, synchronicities, maybe numbers, They're also saying pay attention to the music that you're hearing in stores that you're going into. Like if you're going to a grocery store or whatever, and you know how like they play soundtracks or whatever, they're saying pay attention to the songs or pay attention to the songs that come through the radio. Like the songs are really, they're like speaking to you. They're giving me the energy of like your guides right now are really speaking to you through music or maybe even through technology. So messages are coming through like recommended maybe on your YouTube or your Instagram or whatever social media that you have, okay? But yeah, I get that energy. I'm also hearing that the signs are trying to tell you that there is a new start that's available. It doesn't mean that you're going to take it, right? We all have free will, and so we can all choose. And so Spirit is saying that something is available to you. It's a new start, but it's up to you, right? And there's something about that because I feel like some of you guys could be very undecided or there could be a confusion here or like a fogginess of like I don't know. Because for some reason this card is giving me like the thick fog that you'll see in the field sometimes. And so it's like, I don't know, that's kind of energy I'm getting, but it is being presented, right? It's being offered. And so that could be what the signs are trying to tell you, right? Is that something is being offered to you. Okay, interesting. I want to get some tea leaves. What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang currently? What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang currently, Spirit? We have nice, the beetle, good fortune, ancestor blessings, Egyptian culture. Something incredible happens. That's crazy. The other night I had this dream and my dreams, I write my dreams down now in my dream journal and they're intense sometimes. But the other night I had this dream where I had woken up. Like I was dreaming that I woke up and I had this big scar that had appeared on my leg and I didn't know what it was. And my mom was in the dream and I remember talking to my mom about it and trying to ask her like, what is this scar? Like, what does this mean? And I went to a doctor and the doctor was like, this just happened overnight. And I was like, yeah. And the scar looked like a burn scar or something. But then I noticed that a tattoo or like a drawing on my leg was appearing and it was of a female pharaoh. So I don't know, because I've never really felt super connected to the Egyptian culture. Like I think it's, mystical and magical and it's interesting, but I've never felt like a huge like connection to that. And so some of you guys, there could be something like that happens. I don't know why I felt like sharing that, but I did. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's significant for somebody. Maybe that's why I felt like sharing it, but pharaohs could be significant or something. Maybe you were a pharaoh, perhaps. But there's definitely good fortune that's coming in and something incredible is going to happen. That's what the signs are trying to tell you. You have good fortune here moving forward, okay? The signs, we have the ram, a stubborn, aggressive person, confrontation, anger issues, a bully will have to be confronted. The signs could be trying to tell you that somebody around you is just, they're stubborn and they're aggressive and they're angry. And they might not necessarily be angry at you. They could be angry at the world. So if you're wanting to connect with somebody right now, if you're wanting to have a emotionally vulnerable, safe conversation, I don't feel like now is the right time. I feel like the signs could be telling you that somebody is just, they want to ram something. Like I feel like there's something here where this person has been hurt. Maybe a Ram truck is significant. Maybe Aries energy is significant. I feel like somebody feels hurt, or they feel disappointed, or they feel lost, or they feel like a victim. Somebody could be going through a lot right now. Maybe they're going through spiritual warfare. Maybe their own spiritual identity is being shifted, and, you know, they're angry. There's an anger that somebody has within them. And the signs could be telling you that this person just wants to ram something. And it could be you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It feels like, yeah, the signs could be telling you that somebody wants to confront you. Maybe somebody's upset that you're doing so well and they're not. Maybe somebody's upset that you seem to have it, quote unquote, figured out and they don't. That's coming through for somebody. What are the signs telling Gemini? We're going to get one more, just one more from this deck. What are the signs telling Gemini? We have the Desk coming out. Pay attention to your work, needing to refocus. You may not be seeing everything clearly and distracted. Right now, Spirit is saying the signs are telling you not to let yourself get distracted from your mission. Okay, some of you have a very strong mission. You have a very strong purpose, something that you're meant to do. This is why you have ancestral blessings, or there's something very significant about your ancestral line. It's like spiritual royalty or something here is coming through. I don't know, for some of you guys, you're very important and you have a very important path, and you don't need to be distracted, especially by people who have fallen off their path or don't understand, you know, what their path is, or they don't believe it, or there's something here about that. Also, this ram's horns have always given me the energy of like a rattlesnake. Okay. And so I feel like, you know, I don't know. I feel like somebody wants to hurt you, or somebody wants to bite you. It's a very unfortunate energy, guys, but it's coming from a wounded place. It's not justifying it, but I'm just reading the cards. It's coming from a wounded place. It's coming from a place where they feel like they were bitten, or they feel like they've been hurt, or they've been rammed by life. And so somebody wants to ram you, or they want to hurt you however they can. You know, that might be through words. It might be through a lack of words. It could be through anything, right? And Spirit's saying, leave this person to their own devices. Leave this person to me, is what Spirit's saying. This person will find their way, or this situation will be resolved with this person, but that's not your problem, is what Spirit is saying. Your problem is to focus on you right now. That's your priority, to focus on you, to focus on your work, to focus on whatever it is that you're here to build. Maybe you're here to create something, right? You're being offered a fresh start, or you're being offered some kind of healing opportunity or something. It feels like a fresh start. I always get like a clean palette with this, where you can paint or draw whatever you want. And so for some of you, that's what you're being offered. And, you know, yeah. Some of you guys could have nothing but positive vibes for somebody, you know, or this is somebody's energy in regards to you. Like they have nothing but positive vibes for you, Gemini, but for whatever reason, you're angry and you want to ram something, and they look like a very nice target. So yeah, just an air of caution is the energy that's coming through with that. Okay. What have the signs been trying to tell my Gemini gang? Let's get some of these out. And then I want to, let me get the decks. I probably should have had all this together, but I didn't, because I kind of just push play and see where things go. Yeah, I want to get lots of Oracle, because I feel like sometimes I give the messages. We don't really need the clarification with the tarot. What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? What are the signs trying to tell them? We have immense growth. Yes, card number 15. The signs are trying to tell you that there is some immense growth that's available to you right now. You are growing, and growth can be painful. It can be hurtful sometimes. It can be uncomfortable, right? But you are growing here. And maybe some of this has felt like it's been like a little bit of a roller coaster, like an up-down type of experience here. We have You Are What You Think, card number 20. And so Spirit wants you to focus on your positive mind. Spirit does not want you to get sucked up into somebody else's storm or somebody's anger. You could have a very telepathic connection with somebody. And since you are an empath, Gemini, for some of you guys, you're able to pick up on somebody else's emotions. It's time to protect your energy, guard yourself, you know, maybe take a protective bath, or do a protective bubble of light, or pray or something, so you're not picking up on this person's negative, nasty, angry energy. Okay. But I am getting the energy here of Spirit wanting you to, again, remain positive. Flamingos could be significant. Maybe Florida is significant for you. Okay. The Sunshine State, allegedly. Because we know we get a lot of rain. But there is something here where there's growth that's coming. And actually, I think I read somewhere that flamingos represent abundance. So that would make sense. What else do we have here? Some of you guys might see one of those little plastic pink flamingos in somebody's yard. Okay, what are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? We have See Beyond Your Past, card number 23. Ooh, with that coming out right on top of the ram. That's interesting here. I do feel like that's what Spirit is trying to convey. Like, that's the sign. That is the message. Whether you're this ram person or whether you're dealing with this ram person, that's the message. We need to see beyond our past. There's somebody who is stuck in the past here. There's somebody who is a little bit moody, a little bit broody. Okay, that's the energy that's coming through. If we look at this dark swan, they're looking down at the reflection. The reflection is gray and it's sad and there's tears coming out. It's like somebody is stuck, Gemini, and that could be what the signs are trying to tell you right now. Like, somebody's stuck. They're stuck in a dark night. They're stuck in depression. They're stuck. And they have to pull themselves out. Even though I know that you're a very loving soul and you would want to come in and pull somebody out, you're not going to be able to. For some reason, they're giving me that scene from Hercules where he jumps into that. I don't know what it was because I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. But he jumps into that pool of like souls that I guess are going to the underworld or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. But since Hercules can't die, like he's immortal or whatever, like or maybe he can, but it takes a long time. I don't really know, guys. I don't know why they're showing me a freaking scene from a movie that I don't freaking remember, but this is what it is. But they're showing me where he jumped into the pool to grab that girl out, and when he gets out, he's all like decrepit and old, like it sucked his energy. But in that movie, he was able to actually get her out. But I feel like that's the kind of energy I'm getting here. Like, you would love to jump in and like grab somebody out of their dark night or grab somebody out of their depression, but you're not able to. They have to do this themselves. Somebody is stuck. Okay? And I feel like also, Spirit, the sign for you personally, if this is not talking about another person, the signs are telling you, Gemini, that you need to continue to see past your past, right? Continue to move on. Continue to sail away, right? From your past. Don't let your past get you stuck. Don't let your past make you bitter or angry. You know, that's what the darkness wants, right? Like, the darkness wants you to get stuck into this victim mindset of, oh, woe is me and life sucks and everybody wants to hurt me and I'm not going to trust anybody and I'm not going to open myself up and I'm just going to be, you know, broody and negative and angry. That's what the darkness wants. Let's snuff out your light, right? Because I feel like you have a very bright light here. So the darkness wants you to turn it down, tone it down, snuff it out. That's the plan when it comes to the darkness. So there's something here where Spirit wants you to see beyond your past. Don't let your past turn you into an angry, bitter person, Gemini. Of course, some of you guys, you know, it's too far gone for that message. And I know that that's actually how some people feel that watch me, because I get the comments. I got comments on my video that I posted at the time of this recording yesterday. You know, and I see them and people are angry and people are bitter. I don't know what to say. That's not my vibe. So I'm going to continue to give the messages that I feel compelled to give. And I like to give messages of positivity. So that's that. Anyways, moving forward. What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? We have a destiny path with just trust. I'm taking both of them. This is interesting. This is turning into one of those things where each card on top kind of clarifies the card underneath, which is, I don't know, I like when that happens. But at the same time, it kind of, you know, the message is the message. So we're going to try to make this a little bit swift. We have the desk, right? With pay attention to your work, just trust, destiny path. I feel like the signs are trying to tell you to just trust, to surrender, to have faith. Maybe there's a test of faith that's happening right now. You know, when we're not able to see the end of the road, or we're not able to see the path clearly, or we suffer through, you know, misfortune or loss or setbacks, delays, you know, where things feel unfair sometimes in life. It can easily make us feel like, what is even all of this for? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't mean anything, right? But Spirit wants you to trust that there is a path for you, that you are going to make it through this darkness, and that you do have a destiny while you're here. And that destiny could be the evolution of yourself. Maybe you're learning, you're growing, you're healing, you're trusting, right? You're learning to trust. Also, for those of you that feel like you have a very strong mission, like you're mission-led in this life, I have a purpose, I have a path, I'm here to do something, whatever that is for you, Gemini, I feel like Spirit's saying to just trust, you're going to transform into this. Yes, you are a master manifester is what the signs are telling you. You're manifesting something, okay? Let's continue forward. What are the signs trying to... Whoa. We have the butterfly, transformation. Look. Transformation, you can't make it up. For some of you guys, you're about to get your wings. Maybe you're about to get your pilot license for some of you guys. Okay? Or there could be a sign here about that. Maybe you're meant to fly. Maybe you're meant to travel. Oh But the light at the end of the tunnel, amen, okay? Signs are coming through about the light at the end of the tunnel. Some of you guys are getting a lot of signs from passed on loved ones. You could be dreaming about these people, or you could be getting strong messages from them. Maybe their birthdays are near or have passed or something like that, and you know, you got a sign about them. Maybe you're seeing their birthday number. Maybe you're hearing songs that they liked or something, but you're getting passed on, or messages, excuse me, from passed on loved ones. I feel like wanting to tell you that growth is possible, healing is possible. You're going to make it through this dark tunnel, Gemini. You have to keep it moving, okay? Like who? You know, Susan, right? Keep it moving like Susan, guys. We have fog, obscurity, feeling lost, deception, confusion, and illusion. There's something here where the fog is being lifted, guys. And it's, you know, that's what the sign is. And didn't I say in the beginning, there was something about this card that was reminding me of like fog in the fields. Okay, so I feel like there's been some fog, or maybe you've been lost in the fog, right? Maybe you've been allowing yourself to be deluded, or allowing yourself to stay in a state of confusion because it's easier than taking action. Or this is somebody else's energy, guys. But it does feel like the fog is being lifted, like the truth is going to be revealed in the situation. We have the hearth. It says safety, comfort, spiritual connection, ancestors, memories, and spirit guides. I feel like the signs are telling you that your ancestors are near, that your guides are with you, that you're not alone, you know, that you have safety, you have comfort, and spiritual connection. Some of you guys are honoring your ancestors, and this is a big confirmation and sign that they appreciate that and they're with you. They've noticed the honoring, especially if you've left something on your altar for them, like a sacrifice, water, tobacco, weed, food, fruit, flowers, whatever you find of value, okay? Some of you guys might have put your worries on the altar and said, this is what I'm worried about, and I need, you know, help or peace or something. It's interesting because I've never noticed this dog, but there's a picture of a dog here. Maybe a dog is a guardian. Maybe a dog that's passed on, or a pet that's passed on, but specifically a dog, maybe a white dog with like a little black patch around its eye or something. That reminds me of my little doggy that I had when I was 16. His name was Jax. He was so cute. He was a little rat terrier or whatever. When I got him, he was covered in fleas. I spent all night picking all the fleas off of him and cleaning him up. My dad had picked him because he was the runt. He was the leftover one. My little Jaxie. Anyways, yeah, there could be something like that, okay? There could be something where a dog is coming through in spirit, okay? What else do we have here? We have buds, new beginnings, expansion, growth, blooming energy, and surprise. A spirit could be saying that the signs are showing you that a surprise is about to happen, and this is going to be a blooming energy. This is going to be something that brings in abundance. It brings in happiness. Okay? It brings in growth is the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like you didn't realize that something was about to bloom. Maybe you didn't realize that, but when it happens, it's like, oh, wow, you know? There could also be some kind of flowers that are about to bloom for you, maybe in your garden or something. Maybe you weren't expecting a flower to bloom, but it's going to. Or maybe you've moved to a place where you haven't spent a full calendar year there yet or something, and you didn't realize that there's going to be blooms. There's going to be flowers. Or maybe you live in a place where there's a certain time of the year where a flower blooms and you're going to see it and it's like it's everywhere. Could be wildflowers or something. I don't know. The flowers make me think of recognition as well. But I do feel like there's expansion, there's growth that's coming in here. What are the signs telling Gemini gang? What are the signs, please? The signs. We have the harvest energy coming out. Nice. So results, something pays off, a windfall, determination, and hard work. Cup of tea on the bottom of the deck, patience, reassessment, breaking news, gossip, and relaxation. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys are going to be able to relax knowing that your hard work is paying off. You know, we see that on top of the desk. Interesting, guys. It does make me feel like that. It makes me feel like you're going to see that there's a harvest available for you, or that you're getting some kind of bounty or results, and it's because of your determination. You know, this could even feel like it's a windfall, but it's well earned. There could also be some talk about you. Like people could be talking about your progress or talking about your change. Like maybe the signs are telling you that people have noticed the change in you. Like you're not the same person anymore. You've went through some kind of transformation or some kind of growth here is what I'm getting. I want to use these ones. What are the signs telling Gemini? This is the color prism oracle for anybody who wants to know. Oh Holy moly, hold on. Okay, I'm back. It was the magic card. Do you believe in magic? That's what I heard. Yeah, you're manifesting something, guys. And the signs are telling you that you are magical, that your words are spells, your words carry weight. So you need to be very cognizant of what you're saying, very mindful of what you're saying here, because your words speak spells, or your words are spells. But some of you guys, there's something magical that's about to happen. Maybe you have this magical ability and you're isolated because of it. Maybe you feel like you're alone, or people don't get you, people don't understand. We kind of touched on that in a recent reading. But it's because of your power. People can feel that power, you know? And so that's what the signs are telling you, is that you have magical powers or you have some kind of magical abilities. Okay, that's for somebody. I don't know. Shoot. What else do we have here? The signs are telling you illumination. Yes. The signs are telling you that something is illuminated within you. You are illuminated. You're like a bright star up there shining, right? I don't know why that song's coming through, but Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I haven't heard that song in forever. But that's coming through for somebody. I also feel like the signs are telling you that something is going to be illuminated, and this is going to make you very happy, right? So you're going to get the truth in regards to something, guys. Actually, that's coming through with that tea, and I don't know why I didn't pick up on that. I'm almost embarrassed. But yes, some of you guys could get the tea when it comes to something. The signs could be telling you that. Or the signs are trying to give you the tea, y'all, okay? Like, sometimes that's the case. Like, our guides are like, don't even waste your time. Okay, don't even waste your time trying to get information this way. I'm giving you the signs. I'm giving you the tea right now. That could be what's happening here, is that the signs are giving you the tea. But something is going to be illuminated, or the sun is coming out in a situation here. Oh, what are the signs telling Gemini gang? What are the signs telling Gemini gang, please? What are the signs telling them? Oh, we have love coming out, and then we have intuition. Okay, yeah, so your signs the signs are telling you that love is possible, or that you are love, or somebody loves you, or you love somebody, okay? It's a very sweet love. It's a very unconditional love. And there's something intuitive about this love. So the signs could be telling you that maybe you have a very strong telepathic communication with somebody. I'm hearing, let's get to the heart of it. Okay, so maybe that's what the signs are telling you, is that your love has gotten to the heart of something. Your love is felt. I don't know, there's something there with that. So if you put love into what you do, into who you are, you treat people with respect, you try to be kind, you try to show people love, you extend forgiveness, you extend mercy and compassion. These things are felt. Okay. And this is what also strengthens your intuition. Some of you guys are heart-based people, whether you like it or not, right? So there is this energy coming through of, you know, the love, your heart being opened, or your heart chakra being healed, or doing things with a sense of love and gratitude. This is what strengthens your spirituality. This is what strengthens your intuition here. Some of you guys have had fear about loving again, or opening yourself up, or, I don't know, expecting too much, I guess. You know, let's get some more out here. Damn, I'm breezing through this reading, y'all. Shit. Okay. Usually I would have done talked for an hour. It's already only 24 minutes in. I feel like we've gotten so many messages. I'm going to keep this pace though, because I feel like this is what I want to do today. I just want to get to the point. I got a podcast I got to film here in a second. Got things to do. Okay. Signs. What are the signs telling Gemini gang? We have card number 29, fertility, watermelon. Watermelon can be very significant. You could like watermelon for some of you guys. Okay. Maybe you're growing a watermelon depending on where you're at in the world. But fertility, this is divine feminine energy. I feel like the signs are telling you to sit back and receive. You've done enough work. You've put enough effort in. Whether this is in regards to a situation, a person, a thing, right? Whatever. It's like you've put in a work. You've more than proved your case, or you've more than stood up where other people wouldn't. You've done more than what maybe you even should have, Gemini. So now it's time for you to receive. Some of you guys, the signs are telling you that you're very fertile right now, so watch out, okay? But maybe fertile in regards to, again, what you're trying to manifest here, because we have immense growth that came through. We have magic, right? We have the beetle. It's like all of these things telling you that you're very abundant, or you're about to achieve something. You're about to progress. You're about to have these results. What else do we have here? What are the signs telling Gemini gang? Divination, card number 14. Yeah, the signs could be telling you that what divination is telling you right now, what the tarot is telling you, or what you're, you know, maybe you use a pendulum, or maybe you do tea leaf readings, or maybe you're just psychic, whatever. But it's less about psychic and it's more about divination, because divination is a tool, right? that you use your psychic abilities through. So I feel like whatever you're using your psychic abilities through, the tool that you're using in regards to your psychic abilities, so if it's tarot, whatever, this is something you can trust in. Like it's giving you the truth. Some of you guys, the signs are telling you that you're meant to practice divination. Maybe you're meant to start picking up the tarot, or maybe you're meant to start, you know, exploring your psychic abilities or your psychic gifts here. Yeah, there's some kind of clarity that's happening with this divination. Also, you got to be very clear about what you want to, like what you're listening to, right? Because not all news is good news, right? Not all music is good music. Not all movies are good movies. Not all tarot is good tarot. I find myself sometimes just not even really wanting to be a part of this community, if I can be completely honest with you guys, because sometimes the readings are just so toxic, or I can see how they keep people stuck. I can see how it's like, you know, and it makes me not want to be a part of this community. But then I remember that I'm not here really to be a part of this community. I'm here to give the messages that Spirit wants me to give. That's my purpose. Is just give the messages that I'm supposed to give and not worry about it. So I don't really watch too much divination. And if I do, it's like I'm very selective about who I watch. But you guys do you, okay? What else do we have here? What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? We have corn. We like to see it, okay? My ancestors, you know, corn is very significant. Card number 10, ritual. Yeah, whatever you're ritualistic in, whatever you keep doing, whatever you keep showing up in regards to, whatever you're being very determined in regards to, you're going to get some kind of sweet reward or legacy here. You know, for me personally, corn represents legacy. So there could be something here where there's going to be, you know, a very productive, happy ending here when it comes to whatever it is that you're trying to work on. So the signs could be telling you to keep up the hard work, keep working hard, okay? All right, let's get another deck. What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? Surrender. I can release my need to control. Yes. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Going back to this Ram character that we've kind of drifted off from, I do feel like for some of you guys, there is a stubbornness coming through from this person, but we're all reflective of each other. So there's also a stubbornness within you. I get the energy of you feeling maybe, like you're trying to understand this person's challenges. You're trying to understand this person's perspective or obstacles. Maybe you don't have a lot of clarity, so it's hard to. Maybe you are feeling like somebody wants to hurt you on purpose, and that's why they act the way that they act. What Spirit is saying is that this doesn't need to be your problem. And not that this person is a problem, because they're not. But it's giving the energy of like, you have other things to focus on. You have other things to work on. You need to surrender whatever this is, if that's the case. Could be a Scorpio, could be an Aries. Judgment representing Scorpio energy. And of course, the Ram for Aries. So, but do take it as it resonates. Okay? Because you could also be this stubborn person. And if that's the case, then Spirit could be saying that maybe you need to surrender your judgments of other people because, you know, you're not perfect either, right? We're all kind of just trying to figure it out. Maybe you have been a little closed-minded or judgmental or shut off or hurt and bitter, and so you just want to hurt people, right? That saying is around for a reason, and it doesn't give people the permission. It doesn't like condone what people do. It's just saying that is the truth. Hurt people do hurt people. People who are happy, people who have good intentions, people who want to see love and life and laughter don't go around purposely making people upset or purposely trying to hurt people, you know, or talking shit or manipulating or lying or being deceptive or giving people the cold shoulder. People who are happy don't do that, you know, unless of course they've been hurt by that person or whatever. I mean, there's probably context to the situation, Gemini, but what Spirit is saying is that surrender it. Whether you're the person that is the Ram or whether you're the person that's dealing with a Ram, you have to surrender to what is and surrender to your judgments of this situation, because perhaps you know less than you think you know. That's for somebody. But there is a need to release control, possibly of everything in your life. Maybe you trying to hold on to control is causing more disruption than good. It's causing you to block blessings. It's causing you to stop manifestations. It's causing you to, you know, falter from the destined path that your soul has set for you because you're trying to control outcomes. You're trying to control expectations. You're trying to control how something goes or how safe you are or something. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, purging energy. You might need to purge something. Take it as it resonates, guys, because these are your signs. These are what your signs are telling you, so you'll know better than I what this is trying to tell you. What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang, please? What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? We have envy. I am the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. Exactly. There could be a comparison here. The signs could be telling you that somebody is comparing themselves to you, and it's caused envy, it's caused animosity, it's caused bitterness, because they see you again as somebody who has it figured out, or somebody who's living the good life or whatever. And it's like, you might really laugh at that and be like, oh, wow, okay. Because you might go through a lot, and you might feel like you struggle daily, and that maybe this person hasn't really given you the opportunity to show who you truly are. I don't know. There's something there with that for somebody. I feel like also the signs could be telling you that maybe a lot of people do envy you. And for those of you who might be in this Ram energy, there's something where the signs are telling you that everybody has their own struggles. Everybody has their own challenges. Don't look at somebody's book or chapter and compare it to your own and go, oh, okay, well, that person has it made. That person has it easy. That person doesn't understand struggle. That person doesn't understand this or that. It's like, you know, we don't know what people deal with in the privacy of their own home or whatever, or in their own mind. So do take these messages as they resonate. But I do feel like the signs are trying to tell you that somebody is very prideful. That is for somebody here. And it could be, I'm talking to you, because I feel like sometimes that happens where I'm reading both sides. So this is either the signs are telling you you're being too prideful, or the signs are telling you that somebody is too prideful. Their pride is like their true love. And that's something that no one or nothing is ever going to get in between, Gemini. So don't even try. It's like giving that kind of energy. Like some of you guys might see that you're just, somebody just doesn't, they don't get it because they don't want to get it. And that's their choice. And so sometimes we have to surrender these situations. Again, you're being offered a fresh beginning. You're being offered a fresh start. Okay? What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? What are the signs trying to tell Gemini gang? We have self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Yeah, that's coming through. Like, I feel like Spirit really wants your focus to be on your mission right now. Like, you need to focus on the gifts and the skills and the talents and what you're here to do, right? Because you do have a light that's meant to help this world, or you have a path that you're meant to carve out in this world. You know, you're working on something. You came into this world with a very special mission, and I feel like Spirit wants you to know that. It's interesting because I like to pull from these affirmation cards sometimes of like messages from Spirit for me, like what does Spirit want to say to me? And I got this last night, and I don't know why I feel compelled to share this with you guys, but I'm going to. But this was the card that I got last night. It was Inner Strength. It says, nothing moves me from my path to the light because I have complete confidence in myself. I realize my innate qualities and abilities and know that with God, I can do anything. All the power I need is within me. So I don't know. I feel like somebody needed to hear that. In fact, let's close this reading out with some of these messages for you guys. I don't use this deck very often on camera, but yeah. Let's close this message out, Spirit. Spirit, the signs are telling you that you can believe in yourself, first of all, before we get into this. The signs are telling you can believe in yourself with the self-esteem. That, you know, you are talented, you are skillful, you are important, you do have a purpose, you know, and that you do possess the gifts of the soul that benefit you and others. And so this makes you valuable, but it also makes you a target to other people who have unhealed wounds, who are trying to face the darkness. Because I feel like somebody here that you're very close or connected to spiritually, Gemini, they're going through some kind of spiritual warfare. You know, they just are. And that might look at them as, I don't know, angry or bitter. But if that doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Take it as it resonates, guys. Okay, let's get some messages here. Closing messages for Gemini gang. Spirit, what affirmations do you have for Gemini right now? We have harmony. I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring the light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. This was definitely a message that I feel like somebody needed to hear. You know? Because if somebody's treating you with resentment or anger or hurting you, it could cause you to, in turn, project that energy back onto other people. And I do feel like somebody here could be in that Ram energy that we were talking about. So that message is definitely for who it needed to be for, okay? What else do we have here? Affirmations, please. We have attention. I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant, and I am firm, brave, and hardworking. Wow, that's powerful. That's extremely powerful. For some reason, I'm seeing an arrow too here. And arrows talk about protection, but they also talk about swift movement. Okay, what else do we have here? Affirmations for Gemini gang. Affirmations. Spirit, what do you want to say to Gemini? What do you want to say? What do you want to say to Gemini gang? So things are popping, but they're not popping. They're not coming out. I feel like Spirit has a specific card. What do you want to say to... Okay. That's interesting because I wanted to get 2 and then we have 2. Actually, I'm going to read the bottom of the deck too because that's what they're telling me to do. So we have the calm. I breathe, live, and grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time and I focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts, all fear dissipates, and I find peace in my being. Interesting. I love that image too. And there's something here with that because didn't we see, yes, see beyond your past, right? That's what I'm getting. I focus on the present moment and I cast off my doubts and fears. They dissipate and I find peace in my being. I love these messages, guys. That's why I pull them for myself. We have return to heart. I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul, the present moment. I calm my thoughts. I focus on my heart and I find space to be where my lightness and my greatness are. I find peace and inner silence. Interesting. And then the one that I felt very compelled to read on the bottom is release. I stop fighting my fears and the hardships of life. I control my thoughts. I live in the present moment and I accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power over and I put into God's hands what I can't change. I trust that everything will work out for the best. Amen, right? Okay, guys, that has been your reading. I do hope that it helps, hope it resonates, hope it does something, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.